hopefully be hay fever free. Astrologist Michele Knight will explain what the stars have got in store for you this summer. She's back and it's the spring equinox. There's change afoot for all of us. So if you've got a question for Michele about the stars or you want to send in your summer photos, just email me, Gabby. Welcome back. Astrologer Michele Knight tells us what the stars have got in store for us this summer in just a moment. But first, a couple more of your wonderful... With winter officially behind us, many of us are looking forward to the summer with high hopes. The papers are reporting we're going to have a blistering summer. I'm joined by astrologer Michele Knight, who's going to be answering your questions in a moment. But first, it's the spring equinox, apparently, today. What does this mean, Michele?
It's fabulousness. It's the start of the energy coming back into the world. It also means that night and day are more or less balanced. But this is it. It's the beginning. And in every culture, if you look back to the Greek myths, you had Demeter and Persephone, and she came out of the underworld, and it's all about being reborn.
Right, OK, like little lambs gambling through to the summer. So this is going to affect us without us even kind of realising it. We're going to start to feel that energy, are we?
Yes, it's right there. It's a new cycle, and really, it's the new year. Okay. Forget January. This is the new year. It's the astrological new year. It's when everything begins.
And is it connected to Easter in any way, then?
Well, yes, because back in the day, in ancient civilisations, in fact, in England, they had an Anglo-Saxon goddess called Historia or something, sounded much like Easter, and her symbolism was the hare and also eggs, and also Ishtar in the first civilisation, hers was bunny and eggs as well.
And eggs, I mean, they're fertility as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of a birthing of some sort.
That's what it's all about. This is the season to be frisky.
Oh, there you go, Jeff. Jeff being frisky at the moment.
Don't dispel you. You know, you're in that equation as well. I'm sure you're married and...
I am, yeah, but I'm asking you because I'm allowed to. I'm sitting in this chair.
Am I frisky? Sometimes.
Are you in love at the moment?
I'm very happy.
Yeah? Yeah. So is Jeff's a Gemini? We established that in part one.
Yes, Gemini.
Gemini, what's in store for Gemini?
Something say about myself that I don't know.
OK, well, for Geminis at the moment, it's all about friendship and being able to transform your friendships and going through a new cycle of friendship. However, I've looked at your chart and you have Venus in Taurus, and Venus is in Taurus at the moment, so this is the best time for you love-wise. So whatever's going on, I reckon, you know, it's got a good chance, and there's a lot of intensity there. And you're a very loyal, loving person. You're also very stubborn and argumentative.
How do you know this?
True.
The other thing that's going on...
I'm stubborn as you like.
The other thing that's going on this year is you've got a great bit of unexpected good fortune that's going to fall out the sky. So you've got to, you know, open yourself up to the new. It's great, new cycle.
Always open to good things.
Good stuff, good stuff. Dare I ask you what's in store for a Taurian like me?
Well, interestingly, right now, because Venus is in Taurus, this is your time to really snuggle in and get loving and open up to romance and family and all those wonderful things.
Mr. Logan's away at the moment.
Oh, you need to find Mr. Logan. Bring him on the phone, do something, because you're going to have a very busy year and there won't... That's sounding wrong. But there won't be time because you're going to be so busy this year. Also, for Taurians in general, they're either going to be spiritually enlightened or be drawn towards debauchery and overindulgence.
OK, so be careful about overindulging. In something. OK. Now, we've got lots of questions for you, so let's crack on to those before Jeff and I blush anymore. This is from Leslie. Her birthday is the 25th of February, 1971. I've been reading lots about Neptune coming into Pisces and what a fabulous thing this is. And the past few months have been very eventful. I'm ready for a big move away, a new life. Does Michele think this is going to work out for me? Well,
at the moment, we have an amazing experience with Neptune for you, and it's as if the whole world suddenly understands Pisces in a new way. And also, this new moon and this great time this week is allowing you to feel much more emotionally stable, and mid-April, you're opening up to all of life's possibilities. However, for you personally, try not to get carried away in June. Pisceans have got a great imagination, you're doing really well, you're being very grounded, and there are great things, but in June you could get slightly carried away, so keep those little Piscean tootsies on the ground.
OK, thank you very much. This is from Susan, born 9th of September 1979. She says, is 2012 a good time to start a successful business?
Well, there has been a time at the moment where you've been overanalyzing things, and maybe you've been thinking about your business and thinking, all right, I could do this, I could do that, and really paying too much attention to the detail. And now, starting now really, but in mid-April properly, that's when you're going to launch yourself. However, you've got to face your fears, and at the moment, this is the time to face your fears and insecurity and know that you deserve it. Don't overanalyze and chuck yourself in mid-April.
OK. feel the fear and do it anyway.
Correct.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Yeah. This is from Lisa, who's 27th of May in 1981. I'm about to move back to my hometown after 10 years of living away, and I would love some insight into what the future may bring for me.
Well, this is a great time for you. You're really feeling open to transforming.
And same birthday as me, Lisa.
There you are, then. So then you know what's going on. It's all good. It's a bit frisky. It's a bit fun. But it's mid-June where you're really going to relax. It's almost like you are more sensitive than a typical Gemini, so when you do go through your transformation, you take your time to get in. But
so Lisa's a Gemini, obviously, because you're a Gemini, yeah.
What did I just say?
No, you just... We hadn't been staying their star signs, so I was just confirming.
Sorry, Gemini,
yeah. That's OK. So anything else for Lisa?
No, end of July, new way of seeing romance. So passion, but doing it in a different way. Yeah, you know, sometimes we go through the same old patterns and
speed dating, try it.
Yeah, or we might have certain insecurities. It's like liberation when it comes to relationships.
OK. Just to confirm, Susan, who you told about the business, 9th of the 9th, is that... what's that?
Where are we?
Virgo. Virgo, OK. And Lindsay is the 14th of April, so she's an Aries.
An Aries.
1976. I want to know how the next 6 months are looking for my business.
Well, it couldn't go any better for an Aries at the moment, because...
Really?
Today is the day where the sun goes into Aries, and also there's a fabulous new moon, which is your wishing moon.
Okay.
In fact, for everybody, this is a great time to put your thoughts and your desires out to the universe, because it is that fresh burst. But particularly for you, it's very important that you put yourself first. Even though you're an Aries, you're a very sensitive Aries, and I feel that there's been some family or people around you emotionally that you've given a lot to. And now is your time, particularly in June, actually, to push yourself forward and put yourself first, and then everything you want comes your way.
Okay.
So be a little bit selfish.
Alison is born on the 24th of July. Is that Leo? 1961. Is that Leo or Cancer?
Oh, sorry, Leo, yeah.
Leo.
I'm falling asleep.
And she says, I've been in an on-off relationship. I really like this man, but now he's told me he's going to work in Spain for at least 6 months. 68.
So he's an Aquarius, she's a Leo. They're lying half the problem, because Leo's like a lot of attention. They need to be adored and worshipped, and Aquarian's a bit more like, I'm a free spirit, let me go and do my own thing.
Right. They don't go to Spain for 6 months.
Yeah. They don't need that kind of same attention. But in this case, I think there is some kind of karmic attraction. They're very drawn to each other, but they're not necessarily the ideal match. It doesn't mean it's not going to work, but it means they both have to make a commitment.
She might have to work a bit harder at it.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I think she should work less hard. Right. Because if you're going...
And go to Spain and have a holiday.
Yeah, it's just... give him space to come to you, but you'll know by mid-May. But for her, best love time is the summer, and there could be someone else coming along who
so she
delights
has to be
her.
open to that.
Yeah, deeper.
OK.
Don't tell him I said that, though.
No. He'll never guess, not with that detail. No. Karen is born on New Year's Eve and in 1970, and she's thinking of emigrating to New Zealand. If I was to go, it would be in 12 months' time when my youngest daughter sat her exams. Do you feel anything for me, she says?
Well, for Capricorns in general, it's very interesting because they're thinking about their home at the moment. What is home to you? So obviously she's ready to stretch her boundaries, and there's a lot of Uranus energy around her, which brings a new sense of freedom. Capricorns are normally quite stuck in a rut and very stubborn, and they think about things very carefully. But with this Uranian energy around her, she's ready to leap into the new. And April the 10th, I'm being very specific here, is a fantastic time to push ahead next year. Not this year, next year. But she may have second thoughts in in January. So it's really up to her. But she's feeling like a free spirit. She's feeling able to chuck herself into the new. And she has to really trust her instincts on that one.
OK. Thank you for that. And I'm sure all those people, if they could tell you, they would thank you too. Just very briefly, you know, why do things change when planets move? Why does that affect us? Is it all to do with energy?
Well, God, science at the moment is looking at this and coming up with certain reasons why it doesn't work. Some people say why it does work. But if you look at some of the evidence that's coming out now, people born in spring, for instance, do have a particular statistic personality. And we're finding out, we don't know necessarily why. We know that the moon affects the tides. But since the very beginning of time, people have followed this. And listen,
and you recognised himself as stubborn, didn't you, Jeff? Jeff, I'm so sorry. I know you're about to speak, but we have to go.
Oh, yes, I was ready with a big question. I'll save it.
Another time. Come back another time. Thank you so much for coming today. Good luck with all the crafting and the imagination growing. Now, tomorrow...